going out to the backyard to check on my sister. She was fine, she was reading a book, but a few months ago I had planted a ton of zinnia flower. A whole bunch of different varieties, different colors, different whatever. A ton of zinnia. And I was really excited about starting them because when I started them, they should, like at the time that I started them, they should have been ready by late June, early July, whatever. And I wanted them for my birthday because my birthday's in the summer. So I planted all these flowers and I was taking really good care of them up until one day where I forgot to cover them with this little sort of dome of protection that kept the chickens away from it, because our chickens keep escaping. And whatever, the chickens got to my starts and ate up all of the plants, all of my zinnia, and there was only a few that were there. I didn't know how many of each kind that I have, but all I knew was that all of them were destroyed. I cried. I was really upset. It was, again, my own fault because I didn't cover them. I didn't protect them. My fault for doing that. And so I grabbed whatever flowers were left and I tried taking care of those. And again, I forgot to cover them. I messed up twice. And I got the little bit that was remaining, not even 5 plants left. And I didn't know what kind they were. I was hoping that some of the favorite pretty ones that I like would have survived, and I planted them in my sister's garden. And I left them. I haven't touched them. I haven't come to check on them. I was really sad. I didn't want to deal with, what I ruined, what I helped mess up by not taking care of these flowers. I didn't want to come here every single day hoping that they would grow for them to just fail. So whatever, back to today. That was a few months ago that I planted them back here. I came to check on my sister. She was reading a book, whatever. And I came into the garden because she mentioned that some of my zinnias had bloomed. And I was like, oh, okay, I want to see that. And there's 2 or 3 that had bloomed. And one of those was this one, which is my favorite kind of zinnia. I forgot her name, but it's this beautiful, this beautiful, it's not showing, this beautiful sunset sort of colors, almost magical colors. They've got the pink going into orange and then green, and then right in the middle is that beautiful pop of a fuchsia sort of pink. And so I was not expecting any of my zinnia to bloom and what blooms, but my favorite kind. And it made me want to cry because God cared so much that he made sure that my favorite one, my favorite kind of zinnia, bloomed, even though I was the one who messed it up. I was the one who didn't take care of them twice. I didn't take care of them. And he still made it so that my favorite kind bloomed. And if he cares so much about the little flower, just to make me smile coming back here in the garden, how much more does he care about the big issues going on in our lives? How much more does he care about the fact that you need a job? How much more does he care about the fact that you're praying for your future spouse and it's hurting you? How much more does he care about the salvation of your children and the relationship with your spouse and your home situation? He cares so much, and he's watching, and I know he's watching, and I know he's taking care of you, and I know he's got you, even though you don't feel him yet. Because if he cared about this stupid little flower, he cares about what's going on in your life, and he cares more than you can imagine. And it reminds me of that Bible verse. I forget where it is. It's in one of the Gospels because Jesus said it, but it had to do with the flowers of the fields. And Jesus said, I tell you that even Solomon in all of his glory was not dressed more finely than these. Not these flowers specifically, but and he goes on to say, how much more does he care about you? If he cares about the flowers and he puts that much detail into the flowers that are here today and thrown into the fire the next day, how much more does he care about you and your situation and where you're at? He does. And I know that sometimes it doesn't feel that way, but I promise you that he absolutely does care. And he's absolutely there for you. When you least expect it, he's going to show it. And he might show you in the little things, like he did with this flower. He might show you in the little things, and he might show you in the big things. But he's there. And I just wanted to share that because I love you guys, and I know that sometimes it can get really hard. Remember that he's with you and that he cares so much.